Hello, everyone. My name is Kid Lee. 5,000 subscribers. I never thought in a million years that I would be able to get to a number like this. I remember many a years ago when I hit 100 and 500, and I was just thinking, really? This is crazy, because many years ago, it's like, if you could get a YouTube channel to, let's say, 50 subscribers, you were doing something. So yeah, I never thought that I would ever be able to hit a number like 1,000 or 5,000, but it actually has happened. And it's all thanks to you guys and gals. I say this from the absolute bottom of my heart. Thank you. I cannot do this without you and without your support. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So in this video, I want to discuss a few things regarding myself, the channel, the future, and just overall some things that are going on. And I also want to answer a question that I have received over and over and over again, and I've not been able to provide an answer to this question because, frankly, I didn't know what the answer was. And the subject matter is a little weird, because here about a month ago, I discovered a dark side of YouTube that I was completely unaware of. And I'm somebody who does a lot of research, who really knows what's happening with YouTube and Twitch and social media and the trends. I stay on top of all that stuff, and I had no idea that this was happening. So I think let's go ahead and just start with that, and that is, the question that I get all the time is, why don't you have more subscribers? Why aren't you getting the views that some of the other people who are doing the same content are getting? And like I said, I had no idea how to answer that question. It's just like, I don't know. I guess people don't like me or something. I don't know. So one of the things that you can do on YouTube is you can join what they call an MCM. It's a multi-channel network. Most YouTubers have joined one of these MCMs. So about 3 years ago, I think it was, is when I started to take YouTube a little bit more serious. And I'm like, you know what, maybe I should join one of these groups. And so I did my research, and I came across one called Maker Studios, which is actually owned by Disney. And I took a look at that one, and at that time, some of the biggest YouTubers out there were part of Maker Studios, like PewDiePie, Jesse Cox, Total Biscuit, Markiplier, and the list goes on and on and on. So I thought, if those guys are in with this company, it must be the best company out there. But sure enough, there's no way they would ever accept me. I maybe had 1,000 subs at that time, maybe 1,500, something like that. So I submitted my application. Sure enough, I got in. And I thought it was the coolest thing ever. And I think probably when I got accepted into Maker, it was when they were at their peak. At that time, they were not calling themselves Polaris. They were pretty much just Maker, and then they had their sub-company, which was called the Game Station. And maybe they were called Polaris at that time. I could be totally wrong. But they had the Game Station, and then later on, they shut down the Game Station, and they made a Polaris, which is their current YouTube channel. And then, you know, everything was going really, really well for me. You know, subs are good, views were good. And then something started to happen, and I think it was probably happening, and I didn't really notice it at first. But my amount of views and my subs started to decline over time. And again, I had no idea why. It was a total mystery. And it just seemed like it was getting worse and worse and worse. And then about 1 year ago, you know, almost exactly 1 year ago, For those of you who were around, you might remember a freak out moment that I had where I started a second YouTube channel and things were just really, really going downhill. And what really set that off was I published a video onto YouTube, and after 2 days, it got 2 views. So I was like, what the hell is going on? So, I started that second channel. That second channel got up to like 800 subs almost immediately. And I ended up, as we know now, I ended up canceling that second channel, putting everything back over on this channel, and I basically just suffered through the issue that was happening at the time, which, again, I still had no idea what was going on. So here about a month ago is when I finally figured out what was happening. So if you're not familiar with the news, there were people like Jesse Cox who got out of Maker. PewDiePie said some weird things and he got kicked out of Maker. And I think when that happened, they lost a ton of money, an absolute ton of money. And even before that, Maker seemed like they kept getting themselves into these projects that were so big that they could never finish them. One example would be one of their YouTubers named JonTron. He was doing a series called, oh man, and the name is escaping me, Starcade. It was called Starcade. It was a really, really high production series that they were doing on his channel, and the goal was he was going to review every Star Wars game ever made. And I'll tell you a little secret about that is they were actually going to do a SWTOR episode of that, and they had me get them all the intel for that episode. But unfortunately, that episode never aired because they ended up canceling that whole project. Again, it was a project too big for them. They put too much money into it, and they basically just completely lost out their butt or whatever. And that happened a couple of other times. Polaris did something called the Polaris Civil War, where it was Total Biscuit's team versus Angry Joe's team. Again, they did a couple of episodes of that, and then it just went under. And that seemed to be a very recurring theme for Maker Studios. So, going back to the issue that I had, about a month ago, Maker Studios announced that they were canceling everybody's contracts except for their top YouTubers, their top 100 or 300 or whatever the heck it is. And that is when everything started to make sense. Everything came together. So this plan of theirs, where they were only going to support their top 100, 300, or whatever YouTubers, that is something that I believe has been in the works for at least a year, if not well over a year. So what Maker Studios was doing to my channel and to channels like mine is they were keeping viewers and subscribers away from us to support that top 100 that they were keeping. So basically the entire last year of the work I did on YouTube was for nothing. And that is the reason why my views and my subscribers have remained extremely flat in compared to a lot of my other friends who have been able to skyrocket their channels. So for those wondering why, that is why. But since I have been dropped from Maker Studios, like I said, about the last month or so, you'll notice that my views and my subs have gone through the roof. In the last, let's say, 6 to 8 months when I was in the real down stage, even the SWTOR videos that I would put out, 100 views, 200 views, and now I get almost 1,000 views or more for every SWTOR video that I put out. I mean, I understand that the non-SWTOR videos don't get that much because most people who come here are for only the SWTOR stuff, which that's understandable. But what I'm trying to say here is I think I'm still in recovery mode a little bit, but things are definitely turning around. And, you know, the fact that we've now hit 5,000 subs, that is, I think, the indicator that things are turning around and things are going to be a lot better in the future. And I have actually gone ahead and hooked up with a new MCM. I'm now using the same one that SWTOR Central is using, which is TGN. It's the gaming station or gaming network or whatever it is. And so far, they've been absolutely fantastic. So that is sort of my information on that. And, you know, I've actually shot what I just said. I've shot that video probably 3 times and deleted it because I didn't know if I really wanted to tell this story to you guys. I didn't know. But I thought it was appropriate for this 5,000 video to sort of tell you guys the truth, tell you what's really been going on with the channel, and now hopefully all of that is behind us and we can move forward with just much better stuff moving forward. So, talking about moving forward, Star Wars The Old Republic is going to continue to be the #1 game featured on this channel for the foreseeable future. But kind of going back to what I was talking about a minute ago with when I put up non-SWTOR stuff, it doesn't get nearly the views. One of the issues that I've been seeing from other people, you know, other people have actually commented, they're like, yeah, you know, I'm done playing SWTOR, so I really have no reason to watch your stuff anymore. And that is something that I need to change. So, like I said, SWTOR is still going to be the main thing on this channel, but it's also time for me to branch out a little bit. Starting next year in particular, I'll tell you that the First Look series will be coming back. I don't know if I'm going to do any this year, but it's definitely going to be back in full force next year. There's also another MMO called Ashes of Creation that looks really, really interesting. And so I might be doing a lot of coverage on that MMO moving forward as well. And of course, you've got other stuff, you know, like Star Wars Battlefront and the other Star Wars game that's going to be coming out, you know, in the next 2-3 years. I'm definitely going to be covering all of that story stuff on YouTube as well. And of course, we got Twitch. You know, Twitch is something that continues to blow up. If you're not following me on Twitch, I really recommend that you do so. As far as the sort of the broader scale and the whole Twitch versus YouTube thing, if you've not been keeping up with the news, overall, YouTube is actually on quite the downslide right now, where Twitch is just exploding. I know at the Twitch offices, they're hiring people so fast right now, it's just unbelievable. Because Twitch is just so more of a friendly platform. They don't have all of the rules that YouTube has. People are making a lot of money. If I actually wanted to talk to someone at Twitch, I can easily do so. If I want to talk with someone at YouTube to try and fix a problem or something, it's nearly impossible because YouTube is just very unfriendly when it comes to the whole customer service thing. And it just seems like Twitch just keeps putting out more features and more features and more features, and YouTube, not so much. Now, VidCon was this last weekend, and YouTube actually did announce a couple of new features, but when you compare the two side by side, Twitch is killing YouTube right now. Absolutely destroying them. So it's going to be interesting to see what I guess what the plan is for YouTube over the next, couple of years. Is it going to die off completely? Who knows? Who knows? But definitely follow me on Twitch if you are not doing so. We do have I try and stream SWTOR on there at least twice a week. Saturday morning SWTOR is my main show. That's every Saturday morning at 9:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. And of course, there's a few exceptions here and there. For those who do follow me on Twitch, You know, I've been having some internet issues here recently, which has kind of killed my streaming a little bit. But I have a master plan in place now to remedy the situation. I've got an ISP tech coming out to my place on July 3rd, and if he does not fix this stuff, this is the final straw. Final straw. If he does not fix this stuff, I'm switching over to a new ISP, because the ISP that I have now, I've had streaming issues for 4 months, and I'm done with it. In addition to that, I am also completely rebuilding my entire YouTube/streaming office. That's going to be done here in the next couple of weeks. We're basically taking this room, we're gutting it, new desk has come in, we're going to have a green screen on the wall, and it should be really, really cool once I get it all done. And I will do a video, sort of an office tour video, when everything gets completely done, so you guys will be able to see it. So it should be really, really cool. Next up here real quick, I wanted to talk about Twitter. If you're not following me on Twitter, I highly recommend it. Gaming on Twitter in particular is something that is really, really popular. If you're somebody who's like, well, I don't really have Twitter, you know what? Everybody's got a smartphone these days. Go ahead and just get Twitter. Follow myself, SOTOR Central, Sotorista, Jesse Stardust, Bad Feeling Podcast. Follow all of the SOTOR people. You know, get Twitter just to follow all of us so you can really keep up with all of the news that is happening. Because we put so much stuff on Twitter, it is crazy. I mean, it's really the hot spot, the chat spot. You know, we talk to each other all the time. And so just kind of sit in and join us on those conversations. And of course, my Twitter and Twitch info is down below this video. So definitely, like I said, follow us on that. A couple more things. We have a big Extra Life event happening on November 4th. We are doing a Hollywood Square style event, and Eric Musco, the community manager for SOTOR, is going to be joining us for this event. And I've actually put the little graphic on screen so you can see that Musco is actually going to be the center square, but you've got people like Bad Feeling Podcast, Jesse Stardust, Volk is going to be joining us, and that should be a lot of fun. That's going to be live on Twitch November 4th. Whose Twitch channel? I'm not sure. I don't think we have that. It might be done from multiple angles. If I can stream it, I definitely will. So I think we'll go ahead and wrap up this video with a giveaway. And the reason why I wanted to do this giveaway at the end of the video is because only the most loyal of you would have stayed through all of my talking nonsense. And this video, or this giveaway, is going to be one of the biggest giveaways that I've ever done. So for those of you who stayed, thumbs up to you. All right, so here's what we're doing. We're doing 5 items. We are doing a SOTOR Hyper Crate, a SOTOR Super Crate. We are doing $30 on Steam, any game or games that you want. I will send it to you directly. I'm also giving away a copy of Transistor on Steam, great game from Supergiant Games. And then Middle-earth: Shadow of Mordor. I'm giving away a copy of that on Steam as well. At E3, the sequel was announced. So anybody who has not played this one, you'll have a shot at this. So 5 items, 5 winners. So here's how we're going to do this. Down below in the comments, tell me which giveaway you want to go for. If you want to go for all of them, that's fine. For the SOTOR people, I need your character name, server, and faction. For the Steam people, I need your username on Steam, and if you could give me a description of your picture. I think when trying to find you on Steam, it's a lot easier because some people might have the same name or similar names. Actually, being able to match up a name with a picture usually makes that a little bit easier. So yes, tell me what giveaway you want, or all of them, whatever, and then I need that information for the SOTOR stuff: character name, server, faction, Steam name, and picture description. And this is going to be an extremely quick giveaway. We're only going to do this for a couple of days. So again, for those of you who are watching this video on time, Bonus points to you for that. But there we go, ladies and gentlemen. That'll go ahead and do it for this video. Once again, thank you so much for the 5,000 subs. We're going for 10,000 next. Let's see if we can do this. All right, once again, thank you all so much for watching. Everybody keep playing, have fun, and we'll see you next time.